Hello everyone. Canada spends over $500,000, 0 cents a year, just trying to stop the damage. But feral hogs continue to spread at a rate of 9% per year. What is behind these losses? Can farmers stop this silent attack? See the best hunting in this video. Wild hogs ravage Canada's wetlands, destroying 70% of the nesting sites of endangered waterfowl like the northern pintail duck. Their burrowing contaminates waterways with E. coli bacteria, harming fish and native food sources. Recovery costs strain $500,000, 0 cents annually from conservation budgets. Hunters use traps and drones to combat the 9% annual spread. If you are experiencing this, comment 1 if so. The threat was growing, and the Canadian government took extreme measures to stop the threat immediately. Before the helicopter took off, they prepared precisely, loading large caliber rifles, synchronizing thermal drones, and studying the GPS-tracked wild hog paths. One wrong move and the wild hogs would disappear. Helicopters revolutionized wild hog hunting, covering a large area and collecting all the detectors in minutes, bypassing ground traps. Helicopter hunting, the US's powerful solution to 290,000 square miles of Canadian land, has helped cull 2,000 wild hogs a year in Alberta, each ambush saves $1,500,000,000, 0 cents in crops and wetlands, and restores 70% of damaged waterfowl nests. Traditional traps are 60% less effective, potentially increasing the damage to $900 million, 0 cents. In an hour, helicopters catch 10-15 wild hogs 10 times more than ground hunting. For $2,000, 0 cents an hour, it's a tight race to save ecosystems before wild hogs overrun Canada's heartland. A little note for new hunters, this is a challenge because the activity takes place in the air. Sniping from a fast-moving helicopter requires great precision and tremendous endurance. Beginners prepare with rifle drills, exercise regimens, and anti-nausea medication. High above the steps, every shot counts, reducing the threat of wild boar to save the marshes. Before any wild boar hunt, you must be aware of the law requiring a permit to be filed 7 days in advance, detailing helicopter specifications and flight areas, and avoiding airports within 3.5 miles. Failure to comply risks a $20,000, 0 cents fine and loss of your wild boar hunting license. Strict regulations ensure safe and targeted culling for the safety of the hunter. In addition, with the increase of wild boar, combining hunting with bows is the perfect choice. Hunters will not choose bows and arrows blindly, but they choose 60-pound compound bows for windy plains, 45-pound curved bows for humid forests. Rain requires waterproof bowstrings.
Oh my.
A careful preparation step brings hunters safety and high accuracy. Have you used this type of bow and arrow? Do you have any other experiences? Please share with us in the comments section. To save energy, hunters spread corn bait near their hides, attracting wild boars to their hunting grounds. Bow hunting wild boars is an opportunity for hunters to protect their land and livelihood. It requires skill, patience, and respect for the animal, reminding hunters that every shot counts. This hunting trip in Canada taught hunters discipline and responsibility, demonstrating that careful, ethical hunting helps maintain balance in nature. If you agree, please click the like button. As dawn broke, the hunter walked deep into the forest, where wild boars often hid in the dense undergrowth. With years of experience, he knew that the opportunity to shoot came only in the blink of an eye. A herd of boars could scatter immediately after the first shot, requiring absolute precision. Hunters consider their weapon choice carefully. Lighter calibers have their own disadvantages, which require a high level of skill to compensate for. In such situations, they can get a few more follow-up shots with the R-15 before the herd disappears into the deep woods. Such a gun has a good shoulder grip, less vibration, is easy to handle in a concealed position, and has enough stopping power fast enough to seize the decisive moment. Adding to the mystery of hunting is the legal landscape. In some southern states like Texas, wild hog hunting is widely practiced on private land with few restrictions, while on public land there are still specific permit requirements and restrictions. That's why gun enthusiasts love hog hunting. Wild hogs are not bound by many hunting regulations, meaning you can hunt them with whatever you want. And what do the experts say about hunting wild boar on remote hilltops? It all comes down to the fact that wild boars have excellent hearing and smell, but poor eyesight. That's why stalking wild boars after spotting them from a road or remote hilltop is a popular method. Locating wild boars in open farmland requires a fair amount of time spent looking with a thermal scope. Check water sources frequented by the pigs early in the day and rice paddies in the late evening. They don't stay in one place for long, but with a favourable wind, you can cross open ground towards them within rifle range. The hardest thing every hunter has to overcome on a hunting trip is when a wild boar charges, leaving no room for composure but for reflexes. A 250 plus pound male charges at nearly 30 miles per hour, enough to break a small tree trunk. The hunter doesn't run, he leans, pressed against the tree trunk, waiting for the moment the boar shows its chest. That encounter is a fine line between experience and instinct. During the hunting season, thanks to his skills of dodging and choosing the right angle, he has brought down 17 adult wild boars and returned home safely. Every hunt has its reasons. Wild hogs were brought to America for display and sport, but humans misjudged their survival power. They tore through fences, overturned trash cans, and tore through gardens and park lawns. A herd of more than 30 once swarmed through a residential area in San Antonio, Texas, causing panic and car crashes. Hunting became the only way to control them, but greed and the thrill of hunting made things worse, with many people deliberately releasing hogs into new areas to have something to hunt. This war is not just against wild hogs, but a wake-up call about how out of control humans have become. We must stop the spread and indiscriminate hunting and learn to restore balance instead of just pulling the trigger. Hello friends, in the heart of Alaska's frozen wilderness, the sound of a wolf's howl pierces the silence of dawn. It drifts across snow-covered peaks and through valleys untouched by time. That sound, haunting, beautiful, is more than nature's voice. It represents a centuries-old struggle between predator and man, wild instinct and human settlement. Long before modern tools and fierce debates, wolves and humans shared this harsh landscape in a tense rhythm of survival. For Alaska's first inhabitants, wolves were not just competitors for food, but also a source of warmth and spiritual meaning. Hunting was a personal, even respectful affair, but as settlers pushed deeper into the wilderness, the relationship changed. Wolves became a threat to livestock, to the safety of Alaskans. By the early 20th century, the response had escalated. The government offered bounties for hunting them. Traps were set across the vast tundra. In the 1,970 cess alone, hundreds of coyotes were knocked down annually in state-sponsored efforts to protect caribou and moose. that chapter has never been fully closed. Today, wolf hunting remains deeply rooted in certain parts of Alaska, but it has evolved. Thermal scopes scan tree lines for signs of wolves. Electronic predator calls mimic the desperate cries of wounded prey, giving hunters time to aim accurately. With advanced equipment, locating a wolf is no longer a matter of chance, but a calculated game. Still, the target remains elusive because wolves adapt so quickly that Alaskan authorities must constantly change their hunting strategies. You also need to know more about coyote hunting to understand the law. Every breath is measured, every movement is deliberate. When a lone coyote finally appears, stalking cautiously through the tall grass, the hunter holds his rifle, lines up his sights, and waits for the perfect moment. With a controlled pull of the trigger, the shot echoes across the plains. The coyote falls quickly, a testament to the skill, preparation, and trusty rifle that made the hunt a success. Not everyone considers this an ethical coyote hunting tradition. In recent years, the approval of aerial coyote hunting in some areas has sparked controversy across the country. Critics say helicopter hunting takes away from the fair nature of the hunt. Images of mother wolves lying unconscious next to their cubs have gone viral online, fueling campaigns and hashtags demanding change. The debate is not just about ethics, it's about what it means to live alongside wild predators in the modern world. But something new is taking place. Across remote parts of Alaska, a quiet transformation is underway. Instead of coyote hunting, some communities are choosing to track them. GPS collars attached to wild wolf packs now transmit real-time movement data to mobile apps used by ranchers and wildlife groups. This allows livestock to be moved out of harm's way before an attack occurs. Early studies show a 30% reduction in conflicts in areas where this approach is used. And the possibilities extend beyond protected areas. In some parts of Alaska, wolf watching has become a new form of tourism. Guided tours allow visitors to observe wild wolves from a distance, generating income for local communities and changing the narrative around this misunderstood species. On ranches, guard animals, giant wolves bred for centuries to protect herds, now patrol the grasslands, reducing the need to use force on the animals. You see how Alaskans are handling the situation and whether it's reasonable. And this new program requires trust in science, in the tools, and in the ability to coexist. It requires a shift from fear to understanding.
These approaches have been great at stopping the spread of some invasive species. Got any ideas for even better solutions? Drop your thoughts in the comments so we can all dive into it together. Thanks for sticking around and watching the whole video. If you liked it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And hey, be sure to tell your friends about us too so they can check it out. Bye and see you in the next video.